Okay, this is part 2 of the fetal pig dissection. I've already have everything labeled out again, just like I had on the pictures for the 10 elements that I was supposed to analyze. The top one over here is the larynx. You know what, I will, yeah, this one right here is the larynx. I'm going to take off this pin. The larynx is located at the neck of the pig. It's right here. It is a part of the respiratory system since it deals with air, as well as the digestive system since it deals with the transport of food. Its purpose is to help in respirating, making sounds for speech, and swallowing. If we go down even more, here's the thyroid. I'm going to take off the thyroid and the aorta at the same time so you get a better look. Okay, let's see. The thyroid gland, which is in between these two thymus glands right here, would be the thyroid gland, is the butterfly-shaped gland. It's part of the endocrine system. It's located inferior to the larynx. Its function is to help in bodily aspects like metabolism, growth of even things like hair and nails, energy level, and internal temperature. So it controls all of those things. This is done by releasing hormones like calcitonin or thyroxine. Now let me try getting a better look at this. So here is the larynx. If I could focus, it goes down, and here is the thyroid gland. It's in between the thymus on either side. The aorta, which is down here, I'm going to remove this heart clip. The aorta is located just superior to the heart. It is the largest artery in the body. It's part of the cardiovascular system. Its function is to supply oxygenated blood to the entire body. My aorta is dyed blue, since I guess my kit had the blue dye for all the arteries and the veins. Here's a better look. Here's some more light. So if I could focus, this is our heart. Here's the lungs. If I could peel it back, and it goes out into the aortic branch right here, and then it separates into it's 3 different separate branches. Now the heart is located just inferior to that aorta. The heart is located in the thoracic cavity. It's medial to the 2 lungs. It's a part of the cardiovascular system, just like the aorta, but it deals with also the respiratory system, since it deals with deoxygenated blood and pumping that to the lungs. Its function is to take up deoxygenated blood from the vena cavas and pump it into the lungs to get oxygenated, and then pump this oxygenated blood across the entire body via the aorta. So here is my heart right here. I don't want to prod it too much. I'm making too much of an indentation. If we go down, let's see what this label was. I believe this was the diaphragm. Yep, the diaphragm. Take this label off. The diaphragm, let me scroll down. Okay. The diaphragm is located inferior to lungs. It's part of the respiratory system since it deals with expiration and inhalation, but it also is part of the muscular system since the diaphragm is a muscle. When the diaphragm contracts, it creates a vacuum which pulls air into the lungs. When the diaphragm relaxes, it pushes air out of the lungs. So I'm going to just grab this diaphragm with my fingers so I can show you a little bit better. Here is that diaphragm right here. It's located inferior to the lungs and the heart and the thoracic cavity, separating the thoracic and the lower abdominal cavity. So here is that. Let's see if I can, right there. There's the diaphragm. Okay. If you keep on going down, let's see what I have this labeled as. It should be the gallbladder, I believe. Let me turn this around. Yep, the gallbladder. And just take this pin out. Now, the telltale sign for the gallbladder is for it to be green, so it took me a little while to find it, but I did eventually find it under the liver. It is located inferior to the liver. It is part of the digestive system. Its function is to store and produce bile, which helps in the breakdown of fat. Now, if I lift this, this liver, you could see this green mass right here, which is the gallbladder. It is almost like a little protrusion right there. Yep, it's a little green. Just there's, if I could focus, let's see, there we go. Just right here is that gallbladder. We keep on going down. Here is the spleen. It was a little hard to find since it was covered up by all these organs, but I eventually did find it. The spleen is located in the upper right side of the abdomen. It is a part of the lymphatic system, but also deals with the cardiovascular system since it deals with the filtration of blood. The function of the spleen is to filter blood by ridding the blood of cellular waste and old or damaged blood cells. It also makes a white blood cells, which helps fight infection. So when I take this pin off right here, grab it, and this right here is the spleen. Yep, that's it right there. If we use these, that is the spleen. Over here we have the kidney. I did have it labeled, but I just took off the pin so we could see a little bit better. Let me go ahead and just take off all of this so we could see these intestines. This is the kidney right here, right there. That is the kidney. The kidney is the bean-shaped organ located inferior to the ribs, which I did cut to access this. It is part of the urinary system. The function of the kidney is to maintain a healthy balance in the body by removing waste products like urea. Keep going down, we'll see the colon. The colon is part of the digestive system. The colon receives mostly liquid left over from the small intestine, and then it absorbs the water from the leftovers from the small intestine. The bacteria in the colon then further break down whatever's left over and send this remaining material to the rectum. So the colon's two main purposes are to absorb water and to further break down the leftover waste from the small intestine to send to the rectum. Okay. If we go down, we can see the testes located here. This is one of the testes right here. I'm just going to lift it up. It is located in the scrotum, which is inferior to the penis. The testes are part of the reproductive system. Their role is to produce sperm and testosterone, which is the primary male sex organ. So here it is again, the testes. All right.